your stream doing section 6 of a Meihousou Most Foul. I know that I sound really tired right now. That's because I was just out visiting some family, and you know how that social anxiety is. Gotta recharge, but I did want to make sure I could get a stream for you in today. Alright, let's start section 6. Whatever, let's just dive in. Not gonna do voices this time though, because I'm tired. Great job, everyone! That was amazing, especially considering that none of you have ever acted before. Especially you, Tristan. That last had my heart absolutely pounding. Any knight of the round table could have done the same. Let's just say that performances of that nature are nothing unusual for us. Don't flatter him, Mash. Little strummer boy here was just shouting the first thing that popped into that bird brain of his. The hell were you thinking, saying one of us is the culprit? What are we gonna do when the character shows up? Nah, she does have a point. Alas, she speaks the truth, which makes me sad. I did indeed merely shout the first thing that came to my mind. You never change, do you, Tristan? Despite your praise, I am still deeply saddened. At least we managed to tie everything together. Sorry about that. I just sort of followed my gut without realizing where it was taking me. Not at all. This has given us a clear path to the story's conclusion. Now all we need to do is find this portrait painter and bring them to justice. I'm afraid there's still something lacking. We need to turn up the heat, so to speak. What do you mean? The mystery has indeed been unveiled, and I agree that the story's plot now has a clear direction. But the audience still doesn't know who your characters truly are. Did Lady Murasaki not go over their backgrounds with you? I don't think so. Seriously? I've heard of playing it close to the chest, but this is just ridiculous. With all the characters' histories. You don't have an audience surrogate either, and there haven't been any monologues reinforcing any of the characters' inner motivations. If you keep this up, you may as well just be a bunch of marionettes going whichever way the current scene's strings pull you. You don't mince words, do you? Yeah, we need a reason to care about these characters. Which is why for this next scene, we need you to invent some reason for your characters to go off on their own. Ooh, I know! Maybe something like, I'm not gonna stand around my room. We gotta have a scene like that. It would certainly be one natural reaction, but regrettably it would also leave further little room for developments. Frick, I've completely jumbled that sentence. An extreme fear can neither fight nor fly, but coward-like with trembling terror die. From what I have seen with your performances thus far, none of you are playing characters sufficiently cowardly to take that route. For example, what do you think your character would do next, Sir Salieri? Who cares? What's going on? What am I doing here? Mozart! Great. Are you okay, Salieri? Yeah, Salieri is not okay. Wait, what's Marie Antoinette doing here again? I don't think I have a very firm grasp on Antonio's character, but I think if I were innocent, I would try to foil the culprit's plot in order to further my own goals. And if I were the culprit, I'm certain I would only pretend to cooperate with everyone else while I plotted my next move. Especially since I still haven't accomplished my goal of murdering Gabriella. Either way, simply hiding my room would not be an option. What a coincidence, Uncle. I was just thinking the same thing. Please don't ever call me that again when we aren't filming. I beg to differ! On the stage, or set in this case, there is nothing wrong with staying in the headspace of one's character. Yeah, but I think it's making Salieri uncomfortable. Now I see. Even if we don't know who the culprit is, the most natural thing to do here would be to try and out. Exactly. gives the chemistry. This is what people usually mean when they say good characters write themselves. Though, of course, if you don't write yourselves here, there will be no story at all, really. That is a spam bot in the chat. I am 100% certain it's a spam bot. Unfortunately, given my amnesia, I don't know if I'm capable of coming up with anything clever to say. What if the topic were Lady Mash? Oh god, don't. I could gush about her eyes and hair for days on end and still not run out of things to say. I hate that I'm reading this. Is something wrong, Master? At any rate, I encourage you all to continue getting into your characters' heads. For that is the only way we have left to us with which we can properly repair the singularity. There is one thing I still do not understand. Why are you and I pretending to be lowly hunters? That's a good question. If you're the kingdom's former prince and I'm your attendant. Wait, I thought Arash was the prince. Well, glad they specified that for me. What if it were because we're both wanting just survive while we're on the run? Me, a fugitive? What an amusing idea. You're a little too proud to hide. Okay then, what if as the former prince, you were secretly going around trying to make your country a better place? They say land outlasts kingdoms, right? Your old nation will be gone, but its people are still living their lives. You could be here trying to ensure their welfare, and I could be your partner. What do you think of that? I hope I didn't offend you. Not bad! Traveling my land to make it a better place is a much more amusing idea than being a fugitive. Yeah, I think that's pretty creative. Alright then, let the filming commence. Come on, Garcia. You got it! Is this the end of the cutscene? No, it is not. Damn, another dead end. I was hoping she'd at least have left a note or two lying around. Then again, that was probably too much to hope for, seeing as she didn't even have time to write a script. Apparently, she barely had 3 hours to put something together after Roman asked her to help. Even for a rushed production, that's just absurd. I thought I might find you here. Sherlock Holmes! You sure work hard for a guy who didn't so much as set foot in the London singularity. Wait, what does he have to do with the London singularity? Is this foreshadowing? Hey, you know who else was in the singularity in London? Meth. Oh, this is all quite elementary to me, dear Anderson. Knowing how much you respect Ms. Murasaki's wishes, it was hardly a leap to imagine you would try to find a clue as to what they might have been. Well, you are right, Mr. Detective. Unfortunately, I've had no such luck with that so far. Maybe it doesn't matter anymore now that the actors have taken things into their own hands. But I still wanted to at least find a hint as to the ending she had in mind. I see. In other words, you don't want to see Ms. Murasaki's first movie go down in flames, as it were. We're trying to secure more resources for Chaldea here, remember? This isn't all fun and games. Yes, of course, but I suspect you still have a hypothesis you have yet to divulge, Mr. Anderson. Earlier, you suggested this story might well conclude in a train wreck of sorts. That sounds to me as though you already had an idea of where it's going. If you don't mind sharing, I would like to ask you for your opinion as a writer. Regarding what sort of story you think Ms. Murasaki was trying to tell. Damn, I guess I did say that, didn't I? What I meant was, with a cast like that, someone's bound to end up dead by the end. Well, I certainly hope not. Though whether that will be a comical or tragic death is still sort of up in the air. Oh wait, he probably just means a death in the story. Alright. If you want to know what I think, I'll tell you. Just keep in mind that this is strictly my personal opinion. Writers are always juggling about 10 or 20 ideas in their minds, even if they don't always get around to writing all or even most of them. Well, 10 or 20 might be giving some writers too much credit, but in Murasaki's case, I'm pretty sure she had more than her fair share. I see. And you think she used one of these ideas for this movie's script? Given how urgent and unexpected the request was, it would only make sense that she would use an idea she had already been kicking around. But there were also a lot of constraints. A limited pool of actors, her lack of experience in writing screenplays, little time to film. I'd guess half of her premise is something she already had floating around in her mind, and the other half is stuff she had to come up with to make it work. Though I do get the impression that she used up all her energy in the setting and cast. At any rate, I think she knew how she wanted the story to end, but she hadn't yet figured out how to get there. Oh, that's me writing all the time. I'm gonna turn down the volume. This is getting a little too loud for me. Alright, let's try this. It sounds like you already have a solid grasp of what she had in mind. I just noticed we have a viewer on the stream. Hello viewer, welcome to the stream. The rules are don't spam, don't be an asshole, and do not ask for feet pics. I have my theories, they're all just speculation. I could find some sort of hint. Then I suggest we try a different approach. Oh, does that mean you have an idea of your own as to where we could find a clue? As a matter of fact, I've been thinking about that portrait. That? I thought it was just a portrait of Moriarty and Murasaki that was altered. Remember how Garcia said he smelled wet paint from it during the last recording? That struck me as the most unusual thing to say, even for an improvised line. Wet paint. That's it! Precisely. Ms. Murasaki must have asked Ms. Hokusai to paint that portrait for use as a prop. True, an artist as good as Hokusai would probably be able to throw a painting like that together faster than most people could open an image editor. Before they start filming. Wait, you're not suggesting we send Hokusai over there to be the painter, are you? No, I merely want to talk to her. Though of course, she may not be in a more conversant state than Ms. Murasaki here, given the hours she keeps. I've got a bad feeling about this. Alright, let's go to that filthy room she calls an atelier. This cutscene has been going on for like 10 minutes. Man, Todo-sama, I never thought I'd get paid so much. No wait, that's not what she said. I was trying to assume what she said, but that wasn't what she was going to say at all. Man, Todo-sama, I never thought I'd get so much praise just for painting the picture of a pretty lady and a handsome guy. This Chaldea place is pretty nice. There's a lot more to oil painting than I realized. Maybe I'll try painting another one like that while I'm at it. Huh, crap. I can't. Just standing in front of the canvas is making me dizzy. Maybe I've been working myself a little too hard lately. Say, that's the medicine Murasaki left here. I think she said it'd relieve your exhaustion in a jiffy. Great, she's gonna fall asleep too. Sounds like just what the doctor ordered. Hey, don't just randomly take someone's medicine. Haha, we're too late. Huh? What are you two doing here? Don't tell me you guys want a portrait making you had to be out to be a parent and child too. The only sort of picture I'd ever ask you to paint would be a cover illustration for one of my children's stories. Alright, we don't have time for this crap right now. Hurry it up, Holmes. I assure you I have every intention of doing so. If you don't mind, Miss Hokusai, there's something I wish to ask you about the portrait you painted recently. Oh, that? Came out looking awful good, didn't it? Getting to feast my eyes on a handsome guy and beautiful lady like that is one of the very best parts of my work. Oh yes, your skill was never in question. It is clear for all to see that your work is eminently professional. However, I was curious if Ms. Murasaki made any unusual requests of you when she commissioned the piece. For example, were there any parts that she asked you to redo? Something she asked me to redo? Now that you mention it, she did say that my first draft made him look too much like a couple. So I had to fix that aspect up a little. Oh man, I'm getting real sleepy all of a sudden. Hey, don't fall asleep yet! We're still talking to you! Damn it! Guess that's all we're getting out of her. Well, there's nothing we can do about it for now. Besides, we did learn a few interesting tidbits. You're really enjoying this, aren't you, Holmes? Is that how it seems to you? Haha, I suppose this particular case does make for a nice change of pace. After all, once I've become involved in it, it's only a matter of time until it is solved, however inscrutable it may appear at first blush. So the fact that you're working on a case that isn't even really a case at this point only makes it that much more interesting for you, huh? I guess even detectives have their specialties. But whatever, let's get back to the command room, Holmes. I'm worried about how things are going on set. There's no way Bruce will be able to handle everything on his own. Yeah, I can't even write a fanfic past chapter 2. Not with the cast of actors whose heads are so far up their asses they haven't seen daylight in years. Well, damn, Anderson. What's the big idea? Alrighty. We've only been going for about 15 minutes. So, in the meantime, let's do something else, and I'll continue the stream tomorrow. Let's see if we can give Lancelot some EXP. And after this, we definitely have to do some QP grinding. Alright, Lancelot didn't even get up a level, and we are super low on QP. In that case, we'll just have to go to the treasure vault. Let's bring you Skandar. Damn it, I just forgot to give Darius the EXP he deserved yesterday. Whatever, we'll just give it to him after this. Assuming we earn enough QP, that is. Alright, let's go for a pseudo chain. This would be a good opportunity for me to head out on the treadmill. I think I'll do that after this one mission. Okay, we can go for another pseudo chain here. Pretty good damage, Skandar. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. We weren't even able to take out that one door. Let Meph get another buster hit. Ooh, I should have used that arch first though. Okay, let's see here. Another pseudo chain sounds like a good idea here. Alright, down to about half health. Sorry if I sound sort of like lazy here. Like I said, I'm tired. So I could probably get my energy back up once I get onto the treadmill. Let's go for a T-Rock Bomb here. There. I totally just butchered that name. I totally just butchered pronouncing the name of that noble phantasm. Nice. There we go. That is quite a bit of QP. Alrighty, let's go into stream pause right now, and then I'm gonna head out onto the treadmill. Alright everyone, we're back. Gonna enhance Darius a couple times, see what I can throw Lancelot's way, and then we are going to move on to section 5 of Meihousou Most Foul. Also, for anyone wondering why I changed the gender and name of my character, gender fluid culture. Let's see, we'll throw all of our Berserker experience orbs Lancelot's way. I don't even think we'll use up all of our QP if we give him all this EXP. For now though, I am just going to give him these 20 orbs. Or gems or whatever. Oh, also we can enhance Hessian Lobo's skill, so that's pretty pog. Wonder if we can enhance it anymore. Yep, we can because we don't even have enough QP. That's unfortunate and kind of weird. Alright. Back to Meihousou Most Foul. No battles again. How boring. Assassin. Sorry for that noise just now. I bonked against my mic. What is this? It's also mildewy. It looks like an archive. This must be part of Cortez's legacy. Huh? What do you mean? As much as those pretending to sainthood in the current government might like to think otherwise, there were a lot of people looting everything they could get their hands on in the chaos 10 years ago. And the worst of all was Cortez, right? I mean, he basically looted the whole country. Very true, but while the others were all focused on their immediate gratification, Cortez was methodically collecting evidence of their crimes for use in the future. That isn't to say he collected everything, of course. But he didn't need to, as long as he could make the government officials believe he had all kinds of dirt on those in high society. Isn't that right, Roma? I'd rather not get into all the lurid details here, but yes, you're essentially correct. I doubt he could have become the first president, or have his new government's cabinet picks be approved as smoothly as they were, without some rather shady dealings behind the scenes. But Cortez trusted you, right? Why didn't you stay in the new government and enjoy all the perks? I know all too well how Cortez operated. If I'd stayed, it would only have been a matter of time before I became trapped in his web. Besides, he never let his guard down around anyone, so I could tell what he was really thinking. People like that scare me. Saying I resigned paints it in a nice light, but really, all I did was run away from him. Maybe there's something in this room that can tell us what's going on here? And when I say us, I mean you, because I'm sure as hell not gonna read all this crap. I doubt there's anything valuable in this room, seeing how it wasn't even locked. Doesn't look like there's any secret doors or anything either. Boring. I believe you said your name was Elise, yes? If you don't mind me asking, do you happen to have an older brother? Yeah, I mind. Why the hell would you need to know about my family? I'm sorry, just forget I said anything. It's an old habit of mine, asking younger women that question. Elise is an only child to my understanding. What's more, she's been performing since before her 10th birthday. Just say since when she was 9. It's not that hard. Uncle! You didn't need to tell him that! While we're on the topic, Elise and I are not technically related. When I stopped being the court musician 10 years ago, I knew I would have to fend for myself from then on. So I sought a singing voice like Elise's, and she in turn sought music like mine. It is that partnership of ours that helped us get to where we are today. Why don't you tell him our entire life story while you're at it? You know this guy could very well be our killer. Well, attempted killer. Now, I tell you myself. Where's the frog lady, by the way? Where's the lady who likes the frogs? The truth is, I've been trying to track down the kingdom of Nadai Nadha's legendary assassin, a man named Daizo. I remember him. He was feared far and wide despite being no more than a lone soldier. I can still feel the chills run down my spine whenever I passed him. The sheer bloodlust he radiated was palpable. If he's that strong, he's probably doing fine for himself. I doubt it. He never struck me as cut out for normal life. Besides, I can't imagine what a man who can cut down other people for money would have an easy time going back to life in normal society. I totally butchered that sentence, but that's okay, I'm moving on. Unfortunately, I've heard nothing about him these past 10 years. And I have no doubt people would be talking about him if he had done anything noteworthy. People love talking about stuff like that. There's no stopping it. That's exactly why it's so strange. I can't imagine an assassin of that caliber being taken down easily, especially when he had a younger sister to protect. Then we have another mystery on our hands. Where did the fiercest assassin ever to live disappear to? In that line of work, you know he'd be the first person to be cut loose the moment it became inconvenient to keep him around. If his bosses decided they didn't want him around anymore, he'd be gone no matter how good he was. Is this? Find something? This might just be what I've been looking for. I'll study it some more and see what I can find out. Come on, let's head back. Isabel, I'm feeling it's working again. That's Bruce said because dysphoria.
Really? What is it?
What if we made Salazar here and this Meihousou person one and the same? But they don't look anything alike. Fortunately, we never saw Daizo's face during the prologue. We can make use of that here. Daizo was the assassin who worked for General Tan, right? It's probably pronounced Tan. He would never admit defeat, no matter how things turned against him. What would you do if you were him? Well, I don't think I'm exactly the sort of person who could cut his foes down as easily as breathing, but... Wrong! You are already Daizo. From now on, you will think as he thinks and speak as he speaks. Spoken like a true pharaoh. Crap, I thought it was Amadeus who was still talking. Well, I think I might try to kill as many enemies as possible, even if I knew it was ultimately pointless. But there's only so much one person can do, so I probably suffered a grave injury. And though I managed to survive the attack, I ended up losing my memory. How does that sound? Very good. Your memories may be gone, but your body still remembers its deadly fighting techniques. Thus, Miguel kept you around to turn you into his personal bodyguard. So I used to be an assassin. Yes, I'm starting to believe it. So hey, when I thought it was an assassin instead of a writer, I mean a writer, not a... Blah! When I thought he was an assassin instead of a writer, I keep saying writer, but I meant to say writer. Turns out there was accidental foreshadowing on my part. Pretty pog. So I used to be an assassin. Yes, I'm starting to believe it. That's right. I was the kingdom of that I not have. Family. So I poisoned the wine glass because, I guess I just wanted to kill someone? Are you an assassin? I'm not sure. I don't think I can use presence concealment. At any rate, as an assassin, I am sworn to serve the kingdom to my dying breath. But my efforts backfired, and I almost inadvertently killed my master. Perfect! Now I have painful, intermittent flashbacks of my failed assassination attempt, so I impulsively think about performing new assassinations in order to escape that pain. Haha, sounds like that ought to work. It feels like everything's starting to come together. Seems kind of contrived to me, but whatever. I can live with it at this point. Oh, but if we go this route, then you'll be playing a pretty bad guy. Are you okay with that? I think that even with my memory gone, the battle against the revolutionaries still rages on inside me. So now, whenever something happens to stir up my past impulses, I can't help but want to kill anyone I consider a threat to the kingdom. Ooh, that way we can have Gabriella's poisoning be one of your attempts to kill someone. Well, yeah, it's kind of obvious. I see. Then as the last prince of Nadai Nadha, I will take it upon myself to put my poor, faithful retainer to rest. After a pulse-pounding fight scene, Vargas will defeat Salazar and praise him for his faithful service as he passes away in his arms. Then, after Gabriella wakes, Vargas will confide his true identity to her and set back off on his trip to help make his former nation a better place. It all makes sense! This will work nicely! Then it would seem we finally have the outline of our plot. Very well, let us proceed with the story, unless there are any other cast members who wish to object. I'm cool with it.
I think it sounds very good.
I know she meant I, but hey, type in the group chat. Now you fucked up.
Whatever. Don't love it, but don't have anything better to offer.
I guess that means our scene will be the last one then. I don't know if I like the idea of me and the Pharaoh ganging up on Salazar. Ah yes, a good point. Very well then, perhaps you could think of a way around that. Gotta turn off Pocket Camp notifications! What if Garcia stayed behind to protect Gabriella while Vargas and Salazar go to the storehouse to get some medicine? Then he could have a painful assassination flashback that spurs him to attack Vargas while they're alone. I see. That could lead very naturally to the climactic fight scene.
In that case, we'll probably want something in the storehouse to trigger his memory, to make it more convincing.
Heartily agreed. It would only be confusing to the audience if he simply had a flashback out of nowhere. cannon. I mean, at least I know Izo, and I would instinctually react to that. But why would there be a cannon in the storehouse? Why would they even hear a cannon going off in what's basically a big-ass medicine cabinet? Is little Miss holier than thou around or something? I know she wouldn't think twice about firing a cannon in the storehouse. What, Jean? I don't think the original Jean would be cool firing off a cannon in a warehouse. I probably just don't know the original Jean well enough, though. I don't even have her. On second thought, never mind. Having her show up in Halloween has been more confusing. She might even steal your spotlight. Exactly. My heroine spot. Shut the hell up! Jesus Christ, was she trying to strangle me?
What about this? One of them could accidentally knock over a bottle while they're looking for the medicine. The bottle happens to contain some dangerous chemicals, so it explodes. The explosion sounds just like a cannon shell, which triggers Salazar's flashback. I know it's kind of a stretch, but
I have no way that's gonna work. I think it's brilliant, milady, with the device. It might be a stretch, but it's also innovative. It might be clear to the I got you gotta calm down. Someone calm him down, please. I can't read this. Calm him down. And strum. Phew. Sorry about that. I'm calm now. He looks like he just came down from a mountain after reaching enlightenment. No, I think he was just thinking lewd thoughts. Which I hate. And I kind of hate that my brain immediately went to that too. Like, I was so quick to assume. What does that say about me? Whatever. What does it say? Sorry, but let's get back to the story now. Find it! Will do. I'll send you the audio data from the library as soon as I track it down. Would you prefer an Orleans cannon sound effect or a North American cannon sound effect? Definitely not an Orleans cannon. That wouldn't do anything good for my mood. Yeah, what's the difference anyway? I can play the cannon sound effect when Salazar knocks the bottle over. Will we need sound effects for machine guns and missiles? No? Alright, just thought I'd ask.
well, no time like the present. Let's film the scene as soon as everyone's ready.
Okay, we can start the scene in Gabriella's room. I wanna head inside soon. Hopefully this cutscene ends soon. What is this feeling? Does this mean I want to be the lead actor? I get that they want to do this so that everything ties together, but Salazar and Izo are almost nothing alike. This isn't good. I need to be a more proactive detective. Damn it, the scene's not over. Ready? And action! Oh, I almost forgot! The doctor said I should get some medicine to give to Gabriella. Would you mind showing me where the medicine is kept, Salazar? I would be happy to check the storehouse myself. No, we should go together, just to be safe. No one should go anywhere alone. I see. All right, if you insist. Don't misunderstand. This isn't because I suspect you. It's simply better for both of us to have a witness present. True. If we go together, and anything happens to one of us, the other will come under suspicion. Besides, if Lady Gabriella's condition should worsen because of my medicine, my position here would become extremely precarious. I apologize for my rudeness. All right, let's be on our way. Be careful out there, you two. There's no telling what you might run into. What, like wolves or something? I doubt that. This place is much bigger than it needs to be. That's partly because there is also an emergency shelter here. One never knows when one might really need it. We're prepared for anything here. We have food and like an ample supply. I see. So, where is this medicine we need? I think it was on this shelf. Oops. My head. Salazar, what's wrong? I just remembered. Okay, cutscene over. Let's see. We gotta wait for the next episode, so I think I'll end the stream here. It's been going for about 32 minutes. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you have a fantastic day, week, month, your life, and I'll talk to you in the next stream. See you later, Sci-Fi.